I do. Sometimes I just am doing stuff, and I don't realize how humorous it is when you see me doing it. When I see myself doing this stuff, but either way, man, smooth operator. I could have done a better job than that. Shout out to all my people in the chat room. Shout out to all of my members. I want to give a big up to Mr. 43TX, Gail at Night. Welcome to the Wrench Mob. I see all my members up in here. Charles Holman. Got to give love to all the members, man. Membership, that's where it's at, man. All my members. Mr. 43TX. We got up in here, baby. Yeah, I'm enjoying myself, as you guys see, as always. Let's go ahead and get straight to the point. Somebody type, the boys are back. Somebody type, the boys are back. I'm going to put the music on for this one. We're going to have a good time. It's going to go pretty quick. You know, I'm going to say that. Let me go ahead and put the Cash App in the bottom here. Get my music playing in the background. I'm going to have some special guests tonight. You guys probably know who they are. We're going to be reviewing some fight footage, a little fight footage here. But first thing is, welcome everybody. My name is DennisSpurling, also known as the Blizzard King, also known as Uncle D. I'm a lawyer, I'm a father, I'm a YouTuber, I'm an author, I'm a poet, a pawn and a king. I've been up and down and all around and everything. Oh man, shout out to my man Hoss Martin. Welcome. Thank you for being the first person to contribute to the super chat, man. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Golly, man. Where do I start? Well, you know, I don't know if you noticed. Did you guys know that Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan Tate took a first-class flight to, not first class, actually took a private jet to Fort Lauderdale, Florida today. Did you guys know that? The minute I saw it, I said, Trump must have given they're going to see Trump. And how did Romania let them go? Because remember, they had a travel restriction. They couldn't leave. So apparently Trump must have said, nah, I'm gonna need you to let my people go. Remember, Andrew Tate has been a big supporter of Donald Trump. And even when it was unpopular, you know what I mean? He was saying some very crass things. Now, look, I think Andrew Tate's a mixed bag. He is a mixed bag. He's a young man. He's going through a lot of stuff. But, you know, one thing I do like about him is that he pushes a masculine agenda. And I can't be mad at that. You know, he said some things that are controversial, but at the end of the day, you know, he stands on it. You know, like, again, some of the stuff I think is kind of borderline, I don't know, I don't want to say kind of bigoted, a little biased. But, you know, at the end of the day, man, you know, his dad's a black man. His dad's a foundational black American man. And I'm happy to see him free, you know, especially if, you know, the charges were just politically driven. You see what I'm saying? And so now, nevertheless, he's over here hanging out with Donald Trump. I got a little video footage if you guys want to check it out. We're going to talk about a lot of masculine things tonight. And there's somebody type Aaron Sloan in the chat room. Y'all go tag him on his page and tell him, because a lot of you guys have been trying to, you know, get me to turn my back on my little brother. You see what I'm saying? You want me to drag him and say stuff, but I'm not going to do it. I actually recognize what he's doing on Zeus Network. And honestly, I think it is, I think he's a ratings magnet, because most of you all, the only reason you're watching that show is because he's on it. But we'll deal with that a little bit later. Let's go ahead and take a look at this footage. Look at the confused look on this guy's face. He's like, I can't believe this. Check this out, man. Y'all let me know if you can hear this clearly. Hit the number 1 button if you can hear it.
Case making
okay. You know.
Global headlines. Two brothers, Andrew and Tristan Tate, charged with.
Can you guys hear it? Is the sound up? Or you guys here? Hit the number 1 button if you can hear the sound.
Human trafficking overseas. They've now arrived in Florida. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis saying they are not welcome in his state. The brothers, who are vocal Trump supporters, were asked.
Can you guys hear the sound? Okay, good.
The president helped get their travel ban lifted. And what the president said today about their return. Victor Akendo in Florida tonight.
Notorious influencers Andrew and Tristan Tate today touched down in a private plane in Fort Lauderdale, raising questions about how the brothers charged with human trafficking were free to fly to the U.S. from Romania after a ban on their travel was suddenly lifted.
Trump made that phone call. That's how they were able to travel. Go ahead.
The brothers have denied the allegations against them, today casting themselves as victims.
We live in a democratic society where it's innocent until proven guilty, and I think my brother and I are largely misunderstood. There's a lot of
Andrew Tate, a self-described misogynist with millions of followers, is accused, with his brother, of forming a criminal group allegedly luring women to Romania and sexually exploiting them. Andrew was also charged with rape.
I will state right now that I am absolutely sexist and I'm absolutely a misogynist.
Police raided the home of the far-right influencers and arrested them in 2020.
They call them far right. I don't necessarily know if they're far right. I think these guys are pretty typical when it comes. If this was 1990, it'd be pretty typical. All right, but let's keep as far as their opinions on male and female roles and genders.
22. Andrew, a vocal supporter of President Trump, just weeks ago, posting on X, the Tates will be free. Trump is the president. The good old days are back.
All right. So again, I said this earlier. I like the fact that Donald Trump is 100% loyal to people who are loyal to him. I think that you know where you stand with somebody like that, you know, whether you like him or not. I like the fact that he's loyal to people who are loyal to him.
Today, the brothers ignored questions about whether the president paved the way for their travel.
Did Donald Trump help get the travel ban lifted?
The Tates are also facing criminal charges in the UK. And during that visit with the British Prime Minister today, the president said he knew nothing about it.
You're saying he's on a plane right now?
He's back. They already there.
Yeah, I just know nothing about it. We'll check it out. We'll let you know.
And Governor Ron DeSantis saying that Tates are not welcome here in Florida. For months, some Trump allies have been calling for an end to the prosecution.
Yeah, so, you know, things are not going the way that the left-leaning media would like. Shout out to Ra, and also big shout out to LTD. I'm going to read all the super chats, all the cash apps. And again, this broadcast is going to go pretty quick, man, because I just really want to get this in, you know, and kind of let you all know. We are, I guess it's fair to say we're on the precipice of a new era. You know, in truth, it's not new. It's really a bold reassertion, if you will, of values that have shaped our nation and its foundation. And as you see, you know, you see these guys are we're witnessing a shift in society, return to what many would call, I would call, a male-oriented framework. And with Donald Trump now in his second term, we're seeing policies that reflect commitment to traditional values. You got, I mean, you got the Tate brothers coming to hang out with Donald Trump in Fort Lauderdale. And there's an era of electric anticipation of that, you know, for a lot of people, especially considering, they were locked out of the country. They couldn't even leave Romania. And so in just 60 days of this new administration, we've witnessed a seismic shift in our government, decisive moves away from these divisive ideologies and a commitment to restoring male-oriented society that prioritizes merit, discipline, and hard work, and a removal of these DEI initiatives and the reestablishment of standards in our military and a commitment to fairness in sports that aren't just policies. You know, they're reflections of a renewed dedication to excellence. And I welcome these influential voices, whether you like it or not. The left wing has gone so far left. We need men who are willing to say things that are uncomfortable to the current generation. And, people like Donald Trump, people like Andrew Tate, people like Joe Rogan, even whether you like them or not, they do that, you know? And again, these young men, their journey from Romania to here, it symbolizes the return to boldness and the rejection of constraint that's held us back. And together, we'll be able to forge a path that honors values that men hold dear, that society needs, and ensure that our society thrives and the principles of strength and unity, okay, become a mainstay. So, you know, again, whether you like it or not, you know, we're looking, you know, together, right? We're going to work on champions and strength and ambition and masculinity and really unapologetic masculinity. And this is going to be a new landscape for a lot of young people who are used to growing up in a female-oriented society as opposed to a male-oriented society. And it's about fostering an environment, not just about men being overly macho or anything. No, we're talking about accountability also.
Party going on, we all looking at Dennis. Spurling and subscribe, it only take you a minute. Hit the cash app, super chat, be a penny. One is real good, but 20 more will be plenty. Blizzard King pay a visit, big blast my witness. Appreciate the love, that's black men doing business. Stand up, father and brother, loyal is he. Hall of Fame game, he's known as Uncle D. Tell it just like be, representing for we know time is money, you learning and pay a fee. Know it's cold outside, but the podcast hot. Giving you a feeling that these others ain't got. Say it's cold outside, but the podcast hot. Giving you a feeling that these others ain't got. Yeah, know that the blizzard come through. Bundle up for the winter, know this it. Darren Hay watch, views. Hit the light, you know that the blizzard come through. Bundle up for the winter, know this it. Darren Hay watch, views. Hit the light.
We still look at all the beautiful music that we've created. That's what's on the inside of us. We are wonderful people.